love and romance tarot readings. I'm excited to get into today's reading. Today we are doing a singles pick a card to see what is next in love, who is coming in, any and everything we can possibly find out for these singles. So yeah, my Etsy shop is in the description. If you'd like a private tarot reading, that is where you can find me. Other than that, pause the video if you need more time with the piles. You can always pick more than one pile. We have group 1 with the blue geode. Group 2 with the white geode. Group 3 with the orange geode. And group 4 with the pink geode. So like I said, pause the video if you need more time with the piles, but we're just going to jump right into it. All right, if you chose group 1 with the blue geode, this is your reading, singles, tapping in. Oh my God, we got the Emperor and the Two of Cups as I cut the deck. We're going to see what's up with you guys, singles. What is going on for the singles for group 1? Spirit, this is for group 1 with the blue stone. Show us what is next in love for group 1. Ooh, we got the honeymoon card. Enjoy the bliss of holiday time together is what it says at the bottom of the card. So the honeymoon card always comes out when someone new is in the picture. So that is very exciting, singles, because, you know, we don't always know what's going to come up with these readings, okay? We don't know if there's going to be someone trying to haunt us from the past, you know, someone new, anything exciting. So I'm glad to see that you guys are getting that exciting energy right away. An energy of someone new coming in. We have express your love. This really feels like a do-over, group 1. Go ahead and make the romantic gesture is what it says at the bottom of express your love. So the person that you're meeting, singles, they're calling you out of your comfort zone. They're calling you to lean more into the connection. And of course, Spirit is calling you to lean more into the connection as well. But there's an energy right away of, you know, Spirit really telling you like this is a safe bet. It is safe for you to open up to this person. It's safe for you to care for them. You don't have to be, you know, afraid. We have heart-to-heart conversations and trust. So Spirit is really calling you to open up to this person. What's coming in next for you, singles, is a serious love offer, like a serious relationship offer. That is what this is. Spirit is calling you to open up to this person specifically because you're actually compatible with this person. So it's not just a bunch of effery, you know, like you've gone through in the past, or, you know, another connection that will disappoint. If you open up, trust, the situation is calling for you to have faith. You may meet unconventionally, or there may be something that happens in the beginning with this person that makes you doubt whether or not you can be with them, move forward with them, some sort of insecure moment I'm picking up on. And for some of you, that may just be a trend. That may be something that happens often in the beginning of relationships. Say like 2 months in, you start to freak out, you start to panic, you have a little weekend where you're a little, okay, you lose it a little bit, but you reel it back, you come back. For some of you, it's something that you already know kind of happens. So you have certain things in place to kind of keep you from taking things too far. But heart-to-heart conversations, honestly discuss your feelings with each other. Spirit is telling you to be open with this person specifically. I have a feeling that you're in a period in your life where you kind of just wanted to have fun or do your own thing, or I don't know, be a little bit of the villain, maybe even for some of you. Like, not take someone so serious and have someone take you serious for once, you know, like there's a little bit of that energy here where some of you thought things were going to play out different than how they're playing out now. So Spirit is really wanting you to tell them about yourself and, you know, where you're at. Like if you need extra TLC, You know, if you need people that really talk to you nice and, you know, reassure you or take it slow with you, like Spirit is calling you to communicate that to this person, to give them the best possible chance of doing everything that they can to sustain the relationship on their end. Spirit's like, you know, these one-sided relationships, it's one thing in the end where stuff's hitting the fan and it's like, okay, absolutely, that person did something to you. But for some of you, in the beginning of the relationships, you maybe dropped the ball with not communicating like things about you that people should know. So like if I'm deathly afraid of like sunflowers, I'm going to tell that to someone even on the first date or after the first couple of dates, because I need them to know this. Like, no, I'm not trying to take the scenic route and end up by the sunflower field. No, don't give me that, you know, for flowers trying to be nice. Like if I have something that's like big, I'm going to tell them, you know, so they know how to move around me. Same thing with your emotions and what you need and who you are and how you react to certain things. Spirit is telling you, like, you know, in the beginning, other relationships may not have made it because you didn't communicate enough of who you truly are. Maybe there's a fear of rejection or people not accepting you or asking for too much. This is interesting. We have deception and unrequited love. So I am getting group one that you are the pile that does kind of play it coy. You're going to play it safe before you play it crazy. You know, there's like a little bit of a fear of being vulnerable and showing people who you truly are, not wanting to emotionally overwhelm people. Deception, I feel that in your energy, and unrequited love. Maybe you were rejected at some point in your journey, but from the looks of it, it looks like it's kind of made you deathly afraid to open up to someone. And Spirit is saying, like, you know, we got to move past that. We got to get to that deeper layer in the relationship. And we're going to do it by you starting off on the right foot, by being vulnerable and open and really allowing people to see you. So, you know, with this deception card, I feel like, well, it says someone is wearing a false self mask in this relationship. So, you know, definitely about authenticity. But that with unrequited love, there's not enough attraction or chemistry to keep this relationship going, is what it says at the bottom of that one. It really feels like something happened in the past, like there's a specific moment or situation you reflect on and think about that kind of caused you to put on a front that, I don't know, you're just cool or unbothered or it's like it's different for everyone, because I'm picking up on, for someone it's the like, I don't want to fail so I don't try, and then someone else is just kind of like not pushing themselves to be vulnerable. It's not that it comes from trauma. Like, this is a mixed group. It's going to be different. The root of it will be different for everyone. Yeah, we have out of sight, out of mind. I just feel like you guys have this kind of unbothered attitude where it's like, if I don't face it, I don't have to worry about like rejection or not. I don't know. I feel like it's deeply rooted. It does not feel like a romance thing. It feels deeply rooted in like a who I am type of thing, like something you would actually work through in like talk therapy or through shadow work, because it's that deep and you really have to peel back the layers and remember everything to really get into it. So I'm going to move past it. It's just a love reading, a singles reading. It was coming up super, super strongly though, group one. So I definitely feel like it's something to pay attention to. But we have out of sight, out of mind, and gossip. Very interesting. So this could be someone that you work with, singles. This could be someone who's at your job and, you know, you don't want people to be, of course, gossiping or knowing what it is that you have going on. So you may be taking this offline, out of the building, out of work. We have get off your high horse. So there is an energy of you wanting to, again, like let your hair down and be free, be wild and just do your own thing. It's like, yeah, I know I'm uptight. Yeah, I know I have certain things about me that are really kind of, you know, hard, or I have harsh boundaries. Yes, I know I'm a little prickly on the outside, but I want to have fun. I can have fun and I can be really fun. I can be relaxed, but I haven't found the right place where I could do that in. So like I said, it's mixed, you know. Some of you, it's like, yeah, I know I've been, you know, just getting out of that phase where I had the hard boundaries and I had to be that way. And I'm not ashamed of who I was. I had to be that way because of, you know, what I've gone through. But I am ready to shift into something new. I feel like you guys are really, really wanting something new. Spirit for group one. We have the Lust card here. I feel like something is coming in, like an invitation. There's an energy of like an invite coming in, like a message incoming, someone inviting you out. This is perfect, I just heard. I'm hearing someone's guide say this is perfect as they're setting up this arrangement between you and this person. Maybe they're just far enough out of reach where you can allow yourself to engage with them. You know, like, so instead of like working in your same department, maybe they work, you know, in a totally different department or different building, da-da-da. I'm also hearing this is perfect. Someone, like your person, saying that like towards the end of a night out. We got the invitation card. We got invitation and squeaky clean. Oh, I love that, because that means someone is also doing it the right way. So again, there is something coming in for you, group one. It's a honeymoon phase. It is going to be with someone new. There's a lot of attraction between you and this person. I also feel like a lot of you just kind of need to be reset. You know, you need to get that wall, you know, listen, you need to get cracked open so you can chill out. You know what I'm saying? Some people just need the physical connection, because it's like, yeah, you can, you know, play on your own, but also like sometimes you just need the body, okay? And I see you getting that. But we have squeaky clean, an invitation. So I do see someone approaching you first, asking you out, like doing things the right way, inviting you on an official date, not a coffee, but a dinner, you know, something substantial, something you can feel confident about. Like I said, it is someone new. They may be a fire sign, Leo, Sagittarius, Aries, with all this like fire lust energy. But I see you very much so attracted to this person, and they're just far enough out of your world to where they unlock you like a key. For some of you, maybe you've always gone for a certain kind of type. Like maybe you go for someone who, like, you know, they're with the trends. They know, you know, like what's going on, and they come across as cool and confident, sexy and attractive. But this is someone who's disconnected from the trends, or not online, not on social media as an example. And, you know, they're just vulnerable and real enough to like make you kind of choose that new neural pathway where you can be vulnerable as well. So I just get this energy, group one, where something is like, this is perfect. I keep hearing that. This is perfect. Like it's perfect for you and what you need right now. The perfect opportunity for you to open up. We have confessions and speak your mind. So again, spirit kind of doubling down on this, you needing to be open, allowing yourself to be vulnerable and have these heart-to-heart conversations. Whatever it is that you're looking for and feeling, I'm telling you, communicate to this person. Do not be afraid. Do not be afraid to say, listen, I just got out of a period of deep, intense healing, and I really kind of plan for my summer to be something where I can just, you know, be casual, or, you know, fall, whatever season it is by the time you're watching this video. But I plan for the next phase of my life to be, you know, really kind of more fun and open, not in something, whatever it is you're feeling. Or listen, I just want to let you know, like, I am more of a serious person. I am marriage minded. So I'm looking for someone who's ready for marriage, whatever it is, no matter how extreme it sounds, even if it's like, I have BBD on your first date. Say, like, speak your truth. I'm telling you, speak your truth. It's like, and just like this person being just vulnerable enough to allow you to choose a new neural pathway, to be vulnerable with them as well, you can have that same effect on them, where it's like a lot of people move out of fear, but if they just come on the first date, or, you know, in the first few conversations, and they really tell people what they're about, most people, like 60% of people, are going to match your frequency. And the other 40%, we're just going to play you anyway. So what the hell? Why deal with them and waste your time, you know, if what you want is not in alignment with what they want, you know? So I feel like this is perfect. I do. I feel like, you know, you're in the right space at the right time to open up, and they are, and things are just coming together. Nice. We got the Seven of Swords in reverse. So that's an energy of making better choices, not worrying. We also have the Emperor that came out. And we got the Tower at the bottom of the deck. So this person can make you feel a little antsy, uncomfortable, on edge, in the sense where it's like you can tell that this is a formidable opponent. You know, like this person is smart. They're tapped in, they're tuned in, they're valuable. You know, they know their value and they're valuable. And so are you. So it's not like a situation where you can just kind of write people off or shit on them. You know what I mean? Because like sometimes you go on a date and they just be like, you are a mess. And you just talk shit the whole ride home. And it's like this person you can't do that with because they are actually intelligent and they do have things to offer and they are being vulnerable and open. But I also feel like they're a truth speaker and they're being called to do all the things that you're being called to at this time. So they're not going to back down from the vulnerability or speaking their mind and their truth. And I just feel like you're really going to have to stand up and, you know, face this person. It just feels like first date, deep conversation where you're going to have to give your real opinion on some things. And it's like, okay, no more hiding. Like we have to be vulnerable. And it's not just like, oh, I'm chatting on Twitter, online, where it's like, okay, I'm not going to be held accountable for this. It's like, no, I'm in front of like a potential. So yeah, I do have to be more mindful and I have to take this kind of seriously. So it can be very uncomfortable and dysregulating. Yeah, we got the Star in reverse under that, but we have the Sun card under that. So it's like, there's an energy of, yeah, this is uncomfortable or this isn't ideal. Star in reverse. I mean, we kicked it off with the Tower, but we have the Sun card. So, you know, you do get that victory and that happy ending. So this person is really going to challenge you. If you've been looking for a challenge, group one, you are getting that with this person. One of these flipped over. The High Priestess. Spirit is really telling you to connect to your intuition at this time, connect to higher realms of consciousness. You can even do that in meditation. Tap into higher realms of consciousness and bring that down into your crown chakra. And then do a little bit of grounding after that to get the energy, you know, from your crown down to your root. So you can really embed it in your spirit. And, you know, that's really good for manifestation. And you can do that for all sorts of things, for inspiration and meditation. I'll literally reach to the higher realms for inspiration and just open myself up to be a channel for like 5-10 minutes straight. And then next thing you know, all sorts of psychic downloads, new visions, new abilities, stuff coming through, new ideas. So, you know, tap into your inner High Priestess because that's really going to help you. We have the Two of Cups, lovely. And that's what we started with, the Two of Cups and the Emperor when I cut the deck before. And the Moon. We don't know how this is coming together. We have the Queen of Wands. You may be a control freak, to be honest, group one. And you want to control the situation so bad because with the Moon, it's like, it just kind of feels like I want my confirmation before I engage. But the person being in front of you and loving you properly is the confirmation. So it's like, you know, you're either going to move forward or, you know, stay stuck. We got the Five of Pentacles that came out. So a little bit of property mindset. Ugh, I hope to God, I really do. Like, I really, Queen of Wands in reverse. I hope to goodness that you guys don't squander or miss the opportunity in some way. We have the Ten of Swords and the Eight of Cups. Damn. So that is an energy of squandering it. Ten of Swords, stick a fork in it. She's done. Eight of Cups, walking away. I'm hoping that that's more so talking about starting over on a new foot with this person. This person is really catching you off guard as well. Like I said, in the beginning of the reading, I felt like somebody kind of felt like, you know, this next season moving forward is going to be the season where I get to do what I want and I don't have to worry about what everybody else has going on. But sometimes, you know, the timeline we want isn't the timeline we get. And sometimes things come through when we finally let it go. So hopefully you can stay strong, soldier, long enough to have your, you know, happily ever after with this person coming through. I feel like you will, but some of you, it may actually be a missed opportunity. We do have the lightning card, so this is coming in really fast. Sudden change, shocking news, surprise, epiphany, upheaval, and transformation. There could be something active with Uranus in your chart right now. Uranus may be conjunct Venus. But this is happening really, really quickly. We have talking and girl talk. That's interesting. Spirit really calling you to be open and communicate. You may not have any, like, you know, girlfriends, guy friends, like, you know, platonic friends, people that you can communicate to. So this would be a good time to connect with someone. If you do have any old friends you can catch up with. So it's like, okay, I can sit here and I can listen to what's going on in your life, and then vice versa. I can get a friend as well. That would be really good. Girl Talk says time with friends, moving on, happily single, living in the moment and having fun. So I feel like that's also saying, like, listen, this is all good and dandy, but you are prioritizing having fun in the season moving forward. So if this, you know, aligns with you, then you'll have it. And if it doesn't, you're going to have fun and you're going to live your life. And I respect that. And then we have talking. It says interested, conversing more, an awaited message arrives, text, call, or email. So incoming communication happening very quickly. This person is going to come in very quickly. Their energy is very fiery, very dominant. So it can be overwhelming for you. It may trigger you, and maybe that's where, you know, the resistance is coming from. But Spirit is calling you to open up, singles. So that is what I got for you. My Etsy shop is in the description if you'd like a private tarot reading, custom spell work, anything. I have all of that on there. That is where you can find me. But that is what I got for you today. I'll talk to you soon. All right, if you chose group 2 with the white stone, this is your reading. We're using the Modern Witch Tarot for you today. Oh my God, that was a terrible shuffle. And we're going to see for the singles. Ooh, we got the Two of Cups. Okay, Two of Cups and the Hierophant. As I cut the deck, so Hierophant, you guys are locked in. You've learned a good amount of lessons. Two of Cups being at the bottom is really good as well. That lets me know that you guys are ready. And I feel like you're just tuned in, tapped into who you are, what you need, what you're about. I just heard not afraid anymore. That's interesting. Maybe someone was afraid of the dating pool. Maybe you were in a long-term relationship and you're trying to date after that, and it's like, yeah, I don't want to get to know nobody new. Or feeling like, oh, that's another thing. I'm getting so much in private readings. A lot of people are hella overwhelmed dating nowadays because it really does feel like you're going into like the challenge. Like, you know, the game show MTV challenge. Like, it feels like some very deep mental gymnastics, like, oof, going on dates is making a lot of people feel overwhelmed. Like they have to perform or they have to show up or be present, like in a way that's a lot. But anyways, let's see what's going on for you. Yeah, we have the retreat card, but we also have very soon. So it looks like you guys may even be coming out of hermit mode. It's like your mind is telling you go into hermit mode, retreat, wait for someone to come to you. And we do have the very soon card. So let's see what's going on. Spirit for group 2. For the singles of group 2. I feel like something has also just recently been resolved. Like maybe if you were if you're a parent, you weren't able to find like proper childcare when you wanted to date. Yeah, something is definitely just shifted in your life that's making it a lot easier for like new love to come through. However, I still feel like there's a couple of things that you're being called to work through, or that are coming at you at this time that you're going to have to resolve. Because as much as I wanted to see like, okay, what's the new love coming through after this period of hermit mode, we have reconciliation and free yourself. So I can't say that spirit's bringing this person in to like test you or anything like that, but we do know that this person is coming in, you know, whether it's on their own accord or, you know, spirit bringing them in for a reason. So you are going to have to make a decision about someone of the past and, you know, what you really feel about this person, especially if you've never had this person pursue you in this way, because that can be very much so distracting. It's like, okay, everybody's a saint till they get that tall glass of milk. Okay. In front of them, and it's like, okay, what are you really gonna do? So yeah, I don't feel like spirit is testing you, but it does feel a little, you know, testy. Like it feels like it's having an effect on the future. Someone from your past is returning to your life is what it says at the bottom of reconciliation. For yourself says it's time to take back control of your life. So I see you debating on that as well. Like a part of you feels like you need more time with this retreat card. It's time to disconnect from the world is what it says at the bottom of that one. And some of you are wanting to open up. It's like you're on the fence. And I feel like that's okay. Because regardless, we're seeing, you know, what's happening towards you. We already picked up on someone from the past, a reconciliation coming in. So you don't have to decide that you're putting yourself out there for something to come to you. We'll still get something, you know, from someone else's accord. So I feel like that's okay if you're still on the fence. I'd say follow your intuition, especially seeing that you are so locked in with the Hierophant. I feel like that's a good thing for you to be present in the moment and willing to like pick up and open up and, you know, date if, you know, there's something that calls for it. But we have codependency and children. Addictions are affecting your romantic life. Some of you are breaking out of the mold of presenting a certain kind of way, like you're changing your aesthetic, going for something more edgy or just something more you. Like coming out of your comfort zone doesn't always mean like, oh, being more sexy, da da da. Coming out of your comfort zone could actually mean being more modest if that's what feels right to you, you know? So it may be, you know, something that you haven't really done to present, and now it's showing itself up here. But there's definitely that energy strongly. Children, your love life is being affected by children. Someone is getting childcare coming up, and that's going to allow you to date more. But also the children card always comes out when spirit is letting me know that someone has just gone through a awakening. You may have awakened someone else, or they may have awakened you. We have a you deserve love. At the bottom of the card, it says you are lovable. So I feel spirit being very much in favor of new love coming in. All I got so far, though, is that reconciliation of that person from the past. So it could very much so still go anyway. So I'm trying to not speak too quickly before I see like what's actually happening. Spirit for group 2 with the white stone. Oh God, we got blast from the past. So there's definitely someone coming back from the past. Let's see what else comes in. Well, we got the gift and time for a change. So it does looking like this person coming through in this reconciliation energy is ready. The gift is also an energy of someone offering you something worthwhile. Like it's a gift, like like what it is that you would want. So if for you, you need a lot of time alone. It's like this person offering you a relationship and telling you right away, I am committed to handling myself emotionally when you need space. I'm committed to giving you the space that you need. Or if you need extra, you know, reassurance, like it's a gift, you know, it's something that would be very much so positive to you. So again, you never know, okay, how you're going to react when you get that tall glass of water, when you get that tall glass of, I want you from a person that may have been dodging you before or did not give you that, did not make you a relationship offer. You don't know what you're going to do. So I'm telling you, things could change very quickly. We got the time for a change card. So regardless, they want to have something else other than what you've already had in the past. If you had a situationship or just a friendship, they want more than that, an official relationship or more. If you've been seeing each other casually, they want to see you seriously, if they've only seen you around other people, they want to date you alone and take you out, you know, not just in the house or whatever you usually do. So there is an energy of them coming in a very different energy than they have in the past. Some of you guys are going to be shocked at how much people can change. Because when they come in and they're showing up this different way, it's like, some of you may be shocked, not sure if you can trust it, because it's like, how are you, how are you showing up all of a sudden, like, really wanting to be with me, so chivalrous, taking care of me? Yo, we got the just not that into you card. This person was on some other shit in the past. Like, they were not trying to give up their power. I feel like this person was 0% vulnerable, or maybe 5% vulnerable. They would only be vulnerable about things that didn't really eat at them. When it came to like real control or accountability or opening up, that's where this person would go MIA. But we have clean the clutter and get off your high horse. So this person is applying a good amount of pressure. They're really trying to take you out. They're not stopping. They want you to unblock them. They want you to talk to them. They want you to entertain them. They want to clean up the past. I feel like something may have went down. I didn't want to make an assumption that just because this is someone from the past that it went down in the past. But for some of you, I mean, there's stuff to clean up, you know, conversations that need to be had, things that need to be addressed. And we have just not that into you. So this may be one of them. If you're really about it, if you're really in your body, your baddie boss energy, I wanted to say boss and baddie at the same time. If you're really in your baddie energy, you'll ask them straight up, like, you weren't even interested before. So what has changed that has made you so interested now? Like, what do you like about me? If you're really a baddie, if you're really a boss, ask them that one, okay? Like, let's address the big elephant in the room. What in the world changed? And make sure you accept, you know, the answer that they're giving you. Because if you can't live with the reason that they're coming back, it's always going to come up, you know, whether you end up engaged and now you're finally addressing it, whether it's, you know, whatever. I say don't put it off. But we have magnetic. Thank the heavens above, because that lets me know that there will likely be other options that come through. Still haven't got a confirmation of another option so far. For the most part, this reconciliation person is coming through super strong. But yeah, we got magnetic here. So Spirit is saying there are other people that you're attracting. And to be honest, I think a part of what it is because you're really opening up and being vulnerable with people. Because you already have a history with this person, it's like you're not really starting off at square one. You already know them. So you don't need to, like, you know, spend all that time, you know, getting to know each other and like the surface level stuff. It can just kind of immediately go deeper. So maybe that's why it seems like any other connection is not coming through super strong and it seems more surface level, just developing, just now blossoming, blooming, because it's like a noticeable difference in like where we're starting. Spirit for group 2, for the singles in group 2. Oh. We have the 6 of Wands, nice, and the 8 of Wands in reverse. No, you're keeping people at arm's length. You're not allowing someone to come in and dysregulate you and get you all discombobulated. 6 of Wands, you're very much so standing in your power, and 8 of Wands in reverse, you're intentionally going slow. We have the Temperance card in reverse, so to be honest, you may be kind of cracking the whip. Like, you may be kind of hard on people. It's kind of hard to get to know you. You may not be the nicest, which I feel like it's okay, because I swear people don't like when you're nice to them anyway. Like, treat them like garbage, step on them. They love it, but actually treat people with kindness and respect, and they can't handle it. So it's like, you know, whatever works. Really, it's whatever feels right. A lot of wand energy coming up for you now. That's fire energy. Sagittarius, Leo, Aries. I'm like, what's the third one? We have the Knight of Wands in reverse and the Moon in reverse. So you're content. That's the perfect way to explain it, with the Moon in reverse, Knight of Wands in reverse. You're not making any quick decisions. You don't have your mindset on who's best for you. Who is best for you is the person that's going to put in the most amount, like, not the most amount of work necessarily, but who's going to be consistent. That's who's going to get to move forward with you. And that's just what it is. So you're taking your time. Spirit, is there anyone else coming through? Any other options? We have the Queen of Wands. So you're kind of checking people at the gate, group 2. It's like people can't necessarily like just, again, just regulate you. 8 of Wands in reverse with the 6 of Wands. You're very much so in your power and you're checking people at the gate. So it can go down even to the most minuscule like flirtation. Say in the past, like people could do certain things to, you know, get your attention. People can't even do that now. You won't entertain it. Like say in the past, if someone was like a little childish with you, like say you had a little work romance and your little work boo used to like, I don't know, crumple up sticky notes and throw them at you. And then you would be shocked. And then like, you know, it's cute, but you're just not in that energy anymore. Like, you know, you would try to see like, oh my God, who is that coming from? Work babe. Oh my God, like stop playing with me. But you know what I'm saying? Maybe you used to do that in the past where it's like you used to entertain like little stuff like that. You're not doing that anymore. Someone could throw a paper ball at you and you will literally not react. I'm just imagining somebody with a straight face getting a paper ball thrown at them and just looking straight into the void. But yeah, Queen of Wands, I would say you're a little obsessively like taking control because that's like, oof. Nobody can get in. So yeah, you are magnetic. I will say you're getting a lot of attention right now, group 2, but maybe you want to decide where this is going before you move forward with reconciliation and free yourself. Like I was feeling that in the beginning where it's like, yeah, this relationship is likely going to determine kind of how things go for the next few years for you here. So this could be an energy of you wanting to have like a clear closure and ending to this chapter. And it's like, okay, if I'm moving forward with someone, great. But if I'm not, I want to be able to like end things. And you may even be considering some sort of like lateral move, moving to a new company or moving like physically, getting into new spaces, getting into a new hobby where you can meet a new community of people, like, you know, breaking your old mode, getting out of like your old habits and routine and getting into something new. We have the 2 of Swords. Things are very much so still up in the air as far as like where you're moving and what you're going to do from here. 7 of Swords, you're in service of yourself. It is what it is. Like you're in service for yourself. You're doing things the way that feels best for you. And that's just how you're moving right now. So I can't see anyone seriously coming through, but I am seeing a lot of eyes on you, and I am seeing you being very magnetic. I am seeing a lot of people trying to get your attention and trying to flirt with you. But again, with that, you know, Queen of Wands, you're checking people at the door. 8 of Wands in reverse. I'm not allowing anyone to run up in my life and just completely, you know, toss it around anymore. So we got the Page of Wands. There's also like this energy of you wanting a new project, something new to invest in. We have the 3 of Wands and the Page of Wands. It's like if someone comes in with something new, with an interesting perspective, or if it feels fresh, if it feels fun, if it feels right, I feel like you guys are more than happy to engage. But if it isn't all of that, you're really 10 of Swords worried about your healing and regeneration at this time. Based on how this situation plays out with the reconciliation, like whether or not you'll actually be able to move forward and be with them, or whether you end up getting closure and, you know, there may be like a move ahead. So I see you guys are in this very like up in the air space, very lucid space. You may be called to dissociating at this time, or like anything to do with fantasy, daydreaming, fantasy games, fantasy books, whatever method of escapism it would be for you. We have the High Priestess in reverse and the 5 of Swords. that's just, I feel like that's just like, I don't even have faith in the dating pool. We got the Death card at the bottom of the deck. I promise you, in your Soul of Souls group 2, it's looking, either you're just like a total edgelord, or it's looking like you really don't want to be bothered. So if that's something that people constantly tell you, I do feel like it's something to look into, because even as a reader, I'm tapping in and I'm still getting like the same kind of energy again and again. It's like maybe this reconciliation is throwing you off, and it's just like, I'm tired. I honestly just want to live my life, worry about me. I don't want to worry about any dating. I don't want to take anyone seriously. If it makes sense, it'll happen. If it doesn't, I'm not forcing it because I am overwhelmed from all this foolery coming up from the past. Or it could just be some of you, again, like from the beginning, it felt like we're unsure if you really wanted to move forward. It's like you were still on the brink of wanting to retreat. And then we had the very soon card that came out with it. So it's like, Spirit's like, nah, something's coming in like very soon. But it does kind of feel like you've already, you know, made up your mind. Ugh. And then we have like 20 cards that keep wanting to come out for you at the same time. We have soulmates and karmic relationship. I definitely feel like, at least with the karmic relationship, this is talking about that reconciliation. That reconciliation. Karmic relationship says fleeting, triggers, turmoil, resentment, lessons, letting go. And then soulmate says soul connection, partnership agreement, and soul contract. So maybe the soul contract is ending. You're taking your time, you know, your off season to heal. And then you'll open up, because we got the coffee cup here. Again, a part of you wants to engage, but with the boat here, it's like, I got to move out of where I am in order to engage again. If I'm going to engage again, I'm not just going to date in this same city I've been in. Like, I'm going to make some sort of big change. I'm going to like move into new spaces where I can have new options. Like, I'm going to join this, you know, different activity or thing that I can do. I'm going to participate in a new hobby so I can like call in different people into my life. I'm not going to do things the way that I did it in the past. So the coffee cup says meeting and conversing, savoring the moment, feeling uplifted and friendship. The boat says receiving what you need, progression, arriving, moving on, and closure issues. So I say it's best to handle this reconciliation first. And I see you naturally opening up right now because you want to. And if the right person comes in, then it'll be easy and it'll happen. But if not, I would say you're probably going to more focus on healing, but that is still going to take you right back to a space where you're meeting new people, because through you focusing on your healing, you're going to start to go more internal, and you're going to see like, okay, what do I want to do next? What do I want to try? What do I want to get into? And as you get into that, it'll unlock new people, new connections, new spaces, and then you'll still have your love life popping off. So both paths are taking you to essentially figuring things out. And it's just up to you, you know, kind of what you want. But yeah, that's how I see things going down. Like I said, we had the magnetic card, so you're getting a lot of attention at this time, but you're kind of like right at the checking people at the door, Queen of Wands, not letting everybody in. But you got options. So yeah, my Etsy shop is in the description. If you'd like a private tarot reading, that is where you can find me. But that is what I got for you today. I'll talk to you soon. All right, if you chose group 3 with the green stone. Ooh, we got the Queen of Wands at the bottom of the deck. Did I say with the green stone? Group 3 with the orange stone. This is your reading, Spirit. This is for group 3. Group 3 with the orange stone. What is going on next for these singles? What is coming in next for the singles? Ooh, nice. We got the past life relationship card that just came out. So a very strong connection. Oh. You guys. Okay, so there's new love coming in. But there's also someone that you're entertaining or holding on to hope for that I feel like either they don't want to lean in, you know, to the connection, or it's not a match. Like, so many people are attracted to people who they're not in alignment with. It's like, you know, you don't make sense in any way, yet we as humans, we just can't control it. I'm like, why is it always that way? Is it just that we want what we can't have? Like, what is the deal with that? Why are we inherently attracted to people who give us the cold shoulder? Let me know in the comments below if you know like some psychology around that. Because seriously, like, It's so uncontrollable. But anyways, I see your friends trying to help you disconnect from someone. This could be someone that you were in a relationship with, like someone who, not in a relationship with, but like more like a situationship with, or someone who you had been dealing with, intimate with. And it's like you can't help but to wonder what they're doing or be attracted to them or be drawn to them, you know, wanting conversation, wanting things to move forward. And it's like your guides or your, you know, friends are trying to get you to disconnect from them. Unrequited love says there's not enough attraction or chemistry to keep this relationship going. Attraction says you attract romantic love by enjoying this moment fully. So that's all about enjoying the connections that are available to you at this time. Being open to other options other than, you know, what you've kind of set your heart on at this point. And being present in the moment, not hyper worried about, you know, the future or hyper worried about and thinking about the past. What could I have done better? Oh, I wish I didn't say that. How can I communicate that? I'm not really like that. How can I fix that impression they had of me, or, you know, whatever happened in the past? And Spirit is saying you have to be present in the moment. We have let your friends help you. It says ask for and accept support from others. So this is a good time to reach out to a friend that can hold you accountable, or for a guide that can help you at this time. So I would reach out, you know, to whatever deity, God, goddess you've been attracted to, even if it's just like your ancestors or, you know, your spirit guides, or just directly working with spirit. This would be a good time to, you know, get an accountability coach, whether that's spiritually with like, you know, your guides, or whether that's, you know, a friend, like, okay, I'm really going to stop talking to them. I need you to help me. Whenever I feel like texting them, I'm going to text you and you talk me off the ledge, you know, something like that. But I am seeing you dangerously attracted to someone who is not leaning into the connection at this time. I can't even say that they're not attracted, because the attraction card is there. So I do feel like there is something there and something that you're picking up on to feel this way. But what I do see is they're not leaning into at least what it is that you want. So maybe like, because like I said, some of you have already been like friends with benefits or dealing with this person physically. So you have, you know, something going on. You have been intimate with each other, but maybe it's like the mental intimacy. They're not breaking through, you know, with you. They're not opening up about what really bothers them, or what they're really thinking, or how they really feel. Or, you know, maybe it's like the lack of commitment. But it does look like the attraction is there. So we have express your love and past life relationship. Go ahead and make the romantic gesture is what it says at the bottom of express your love. And past life relationship says you have known each other before. So what I can say for you, group 3, is there is someone coming in that you've had a past life with. It's going to be a very strong connection. That's just the nature of past life connections. They always feel like crazy powerful and strong. There's just like higher octave of magnetism that comes with past life relationships. So, and also I like that express your love is coming out, because Spirit is kind of saying this is the right person to give your all to. You know, you've been feeding into someone who their love is unrequited. You know, either they don't feel it, you know, enough to commit, or they're not trying to, you know, give you the kind of love that you need. And Spirit is like, this is where your love, you know, should go. So we have give your relationship a chance and retreat. Spirit is telling you to call your power back from all spaces, times, and people. And also, if you have an ex in your past that is like so set on being attached to you, this would be a good time to do a cord cutting, some sort of spiritual banishment and blocking. You know, I sell manifestation candles and custom spell work on my Etsy shop, so I can do it for you. But if you're witchy, you can always do it yourself. This is a great time for that, because if you want to blockiana, I would definitely get to that sooner rather than later. Retreat says it's time to disconnect from the world. Give your relationship a chance, says work on your partnership. So Spirit is wanting you to work on this connection that you have with this new love option. Spirit is kind of saying like, you've been holding back or giving all your love to someone who doesn't deserve it. And now we actually have someone deserving here. But I just feel like it's a matter of loyalty. It's a matter of loyalty and already having a history and a sense of comfortability with this person. Because I'm not getting that you're not attracted to them. I'm not getting that there's anything wrong with the past life connection. If anything, you're going to feel very attracted to them. But Some of you are loyal to no fault. You can't help but to be loyal to this person. Like, even if they've hurt you, you don't want to hurt them in this way, in a way where it's like you're just moving on, talking to someone else. Or, you know, you want to see where it goes. It's just one of those things where it kind of just, you know, takes up your mind and your will until you see it through. So a little step here. Oh, that's interesting. We have to get off your high horse card that has just come through. For some of you, you may have manifested this connection coming in or getting to the next level, and that's why it's hard for you to let go, because you've been either invested like time, money, resources, something into this working out. So it's like, nah, I can't let it go. I can't get off my high horse because, yeah, it needs to go the way that you know, listen, I paid for it to go. We have respect my space, you guys. It looks like you're shutting off friends and things like that. And that's a huge red flag. When you can't tell people around you what you're actually going through and thinking and doing, that's a huge red flag that maybe, you know, there's something wrong or something you're, you know, doing that isn't the best for you to do, because it's like, okay, there's that shame, you know, when it comes to sharing it with other people. It does seem like anyone who tells you to stop, manifesting a certain person or engaging in this unrequited love connection does kind of get blocked or shut out a little bit. And it does seem like you're kind of dead set on something happening. Also, this could be like you manifesting a certain archetype. Like, say, you know, they got to be rich only. You know, this is like an example of this person coming in. They're regular, you know, they drive a Honda. But they work hard and, you know, they will, you know, pay for all the bills and, you know, whatever. Like, this is like this person just being okay, you know. They're going to take care of you, but are they going to cash you out? No. So, you know, it could be something like that as well. Of course, not specifically with money. It'll differ from person to person. But, you know, your thing may, I have to date someone with this kind of aesthetic or this kind of look or, you know, like this, like that, like, just like an energy of being, you know, dead set on a certain archetype or someone specific. We have to wait a little bit longer, release baggage and self-esteem. So to be honest, I do feel like you'll end up getting this person eventually, but I feel like it's going to be one of those situations where your self-esteem is just ripped to shreds by the time you're at the end. And I've seen that happen in real time. Man, it's just so devastating to see someone like literally go through that, where they invest so much into a journey and they finally get it. And at the end, they just feel so much disgust with the journey, with the process, with themselves for allowing themselves to like do the most to make it happen. And I've seen people in real time turn away from connections they had been manifesting for the longest, because once they finally got it, they were finally able to look at things clearly, because they weren't in a space of having to be in a certain mind state anymore, so they could manifest it like they had it. So they didn't need all that extra stuff. And they looked at what they had and they felt like it wasn't worth it. So we have pump your brakes and just not that into you. Jesus Christ. Spirit is not letting up on this one. Spirit is really keeping it a buck. Spirit is saying, like, listen, pump your brakes. This person, honestly, they just may not be that into you. You just may not be their person. And that has saved me from so many connections that really could have changed and altered who I am as a person. Once I just realized I'm just not their perfect match that they're looking for, it has set me free and allowed me to take things way less personally, because it's like, it's not about the way that I talk versus the way that they talk. It's not about what I wear versus who they're going with, what they wear and what they're like. I'm just not their person. So it doesn't have to be some deep thing that I internalized for years. Like, I can just move on because I'm just not their person. So maybe that'll set you free as well. But Spirit really is trying to get you to stop entertaining this person of the past. I ain't even gonna hold you. This unrequited love situation, this situation or dynamic or archetype that you're investing, you know, yourself in, Spirit is, I really don't feel like supporting it. And we have the Wheel of Fortune that just came out in reverse. So perhaps it's literally just because it's a dud. You know, it doesn't have to be like, oh, they're a narcissist, they're a bad person just because we're not a match. It could just be like Wheel of Fortune in reverse. They're like, it could be a soulmate denial. They're not choosing to move forward. It doesn't have to be, you know, something where it's like on you. And I feel like you guys know that here. There may be something going on with the ego, because we do have the Wheel of Fortune in reverse and the High Priestess. So it's like, in the face of opposition, I feel like this is your superpower. You show up, you proceed, you're determined, you will keep going. And that has been the strength that has carried you to this point that you're in your life. But this turns into a shadow aspect when it's channeled towards something that doesn't serve you. So it served you to be in that grit mentality, like, I am the operant power. I am the alchemist. I'm going to transmute. I'm going to keep going. I'm going to rise like the phoenix. It's all good when you're getting out of like whatever situation you're getting out of and when you're coming up in life. But it turns into a shadow aspect when it's channeled towards something that's not giving you anything. Or giving you, you know, breadcrumbs. So, it's tricky because it's like, yeah, you are the operant power, but that doesn't mean you always should be, or that doesn't mean, like, that's not true in every dimension. So, you know, we have the Devil in reverse and the Chariot in reverse. I feel like Spirit is just trying to slow you down to save you from yourself. So that may be a life lesson that has to just happen for you to fully receive it. And we have the Knight of Swords in reverse. Stop fighting is also one that I'm hearing a lot. Stop fighting, stop resisting. But it's like, you are the resistance, you know, you've always been the resistance. The person even in school age that would, you know, be a rebel, even against the teachers. When you see something wrong, or even if it's favoritism towards you, you may have been the kind of person to even call it out. Like, yeah, that's good and dandy that, you know, you think that I'm a better student than so-and-so, but you're not going to say that in their face, you know, like, so it's always been such a strength for you, but it's kind of now turning into your detriment, at least with this situation specifically. And I don't know what's going on with this person that you're dummy attracted to. I don't mean dummy. I mean dummy in a New York kind of way, like dummy that you're dummy attracted to. I don't know what's going on with them, but that attraction's got to be something serious. I'm curious what kind of connection that is. I wonder if you know, like, or if you have any sort of idea like what that is, because that's tea. That's something to like dig into and get into and figure out. That's something I would personally be like curious about. But yeah, let's see. So Spirit, for group 3, can you tell us more about this past life relationship? 6 of Cups, but we know that. Past life energy. 6 of Cups can be past life energy. 4 of Swords. Someone you've resonated with before. I feel like you may have dreamt about this person, but you haven't had a dream about them in years. Or this is someone that you may know in some weird kind of way, or you may have been connected to, but not someone who you really saw coming, not someone who you would expect. Like, this could be someone you went to school with in 3rd grade. They were in your 3rd grade class, but you didn't have any classes with them after that, you know, like just that one class. And it's like, oh, this freaky thing happening where it's like, yo, I know you. Even beyond like the past life. So we have the 4 of Swords and the Page of Wands. Just be open and be ready. This is the type of person to be like, I'll pick you up at 7. And, you know, they just let you know the dress code, you know, someone who's like planning everything for you. And I feel like that'll be really good for you, because if someone can just make the decision for you, that'll kind of help you get untangled, you know, from anyone of the past or a certain ideal. When someone's coming in and they're sure and they're confident, that makes things go a lot smoother, a lot better, because you don't have to think and be hyper present and always balancing the scales. So I feel like that'll be good for you. We got the 9 of Cups in reverse and the 4 of Wands. Oh, so this person is coming in and they're treating you, they're dating you. 9 of Cups in reverse is like, you don't have to pay. All you have to bring is yourself. You don't have to pay. You don't have to entertain. You don't have to wow. You know, you don't have to be performative. You know, you can just bond and connect. So I feel like this connection is very romantic, and it's clear that it's romantic. Like, there isn't very much discretion or like confusion about what this is. They're coming in a pretty straightforward, like, I want to date you and court you type of energy. It feels very much so like courting. Also, Page of Wands, I feel like you're going to have the best dates with this person because they're very creative and fun. So they're likely going to take you to do things that you never got to do before. You guys may go on an escape room on your first date. You may go paintballing on your first date. Maybe you've never had like that cute movie and dinner date and you're finally getting that. Or maybe you've like never golfed, laser tag, you know, as a date and you're finally getting that. It feels very much so like that. Like we're going to the carnival or to a to a spot that's like, you know, really fun and engaging. We have the Temperance card here. Also, this person really balances you out. If you're someone who has a little bit of temper, not that it's right, but it just is what it is. You know, I do feel like they're going to be really good with that. So we have the Temperance card. I feel like things coming together. I feel things getting softer, feeling smoother, feeling better with this person. And we have the Four of Cups at the bottom of the deck, so I do feel like it's going to take time for you to get used to them and open up. And it does feel right, but I'm telling you, like the loyalty is really out of this world. Out of this world. You ever see those cooking videos? Anyways. Popular recipe right now. Out of this world. Anyways. We have separation and the Hammer. So it's like as you're in separation with someone or Spirit's trying to get you out of alignment into separation with someone, you're also working on something new. So I feel like this is going to be a slow burn, and it's mainly because it's taking you some time to open up to them. If you've had your mindset like I'm going to date someone that's like this or with this quality or with this asset, or, you know, like whatever, you know, just made up your mind that you're going to experience something specific, is going to take you some time to thaw out. It's going to take you some time to get used to them and to open up to them. So I feel like that's fine. The Hammer lets me know that they are willing to work on it. We have persistent, rebuilding, working on it on Hammer, separation, sadness, missing you, thinking about you, yearning and unsure of the future. So this feels very karmic. It does feel very vampiric. I feel like they're used to having you as a source of energy, as a source of confirmation, like always giving them the affirmations that they're great, they're amazing, they're desired, and then they get to go on and, you know, do whatever and play with the next person. And Spirit is trying to get you, you know, out of that loop and into something different. So yeah, that's what I see happening for you, Group 3. My Etsy shop is in the description. If you'd like a private tarot reading, you can find that there. I can also do a cord cutting. I offer manifestation candles on there, so check all of that out. But that is what I have for you today. I'll talk to you soon. All right, if you chose Group 4 with the pink stone, this is your reading. Tapping in for the singles. Uh-oh, we got the Devil card and the Three of Wands. So you may feel like you're in the calm before the storm. You may feel like, oh, it's quiet, too quiet. There's something brewing, something coming, some sort of, I mean, with the Devil card, it's looking like temptation or a spicy, caliente, you know, sexy time. Or some of you may just feel anxious because it's like an influx of energy and you can kind of like just pick up on, you know, future timelines. So anywho, Spirit, this is for Group 4 with the pink stone. What is up next for the singles? Oh no. We have the Deception card that came out right away. Then we have Give Your Relationship a Chance and Honeymoon. So to be honest, especially with that Devil card being at the bottom of the deck, or when I cut the deck before, it is giving like, you know, with this Give Your Relationship a Chance, you've been waiting for a long time or waiting for, you know, something to come in or something to improve or something to happen. And you just don't want to wait anymore. So, you know, some of you guys may be engaging in a connection where you're getting deceived in some way because the honeymoon phase is, you know, so good. And also it feels like, you know, what you deserve. Like you deserve to, you know, just kind of be in love and to have fun and to be dealing with someone. Spirit, for group 4. Interesting. We have the religious factors card. You guys, this person is bad news. I feel like they're very attractive, very sexy. You know, they're going to give you the ride of your life. But you're also fundamentally very different with this person. So I'm interested to see how. We're probably going to get that from the tarot. If I had to say, I'd probably say maybe you guys are in 2 different like social classes. And I don't even mean like economic social classes. I mean like social classes in terms of like notoriety. Maybe you have some sort of online presence they don't, or of course vice versa. Or, you know, you could have like account with 1,000 followers and maybe this person has an account with 10,000 followers, like some sort of like social economic, not economic, social difference in standing. For some of you, it is going to be though, like directly straight up religious factors. Like this person is of a different religion than you. So you would have to, you know, convert, or maybe they would have to convert if you're of a religion. But yeah, we have deception and religious factors. So I do see you, group 4, engaging in a connection where you know that things aren't all the way right with this person. Like, you know that they have certain religious biases that you're not going to be able to honor down the line. Or you know that this person may be really focused on like their social standing and you're not. Like there's some sort of big difference between the 2 of you. You could be vegan, they could be a meat eater, like something big. Like it feels like a fundamental, like something that you would pretty much need somebody to be on board, you know, with or in alignment with. It doesn't feel like that's what we have here. So some sort of big difference. Hopefully we can see what that is, but we'll keep going. We have give your relationship a chance and honeymoon. And with give your relationship a chance, I really do feel like Spirit is telling you to wait. That's what I feel. But there's this like spicy, sexy devil daddy showing up. And it's like, what am I supposed to do? Like seriously, Spirit, like I have King Succubus ready to flip me into a pretzel and you're telling me no? Hang it up. Don't be childish. Like I'm getting the walls broken down. Okay, in more ways than one. It may just be too much for you to resist. Some of you. The singles of group 4, Spirit. What is coming in? Who is coming in? You know, we have the codependency card that has just come out. So I feel like through this experience, you're going to realize maybe where there's a leak in your energy or where there's a link in your aura. You're going to see how people who are not in alignment with you end up getting into your life through this relationship. Because with codependency, it says addictions are affecting your romantic life. So codependency isn't always like an addiction to a specific person and always having to be near them or depending on them, you know. Your mood is affected by their mood. It's not always like that. Sometimes codependency is just like, I need to engage in this kind of connection. I need to feel like drained. That's kind of how it feels. It feels like you guys like to be like really decompressed or like drained when you're dealing with people. It's like a weighted blanket. You know what I'm saying? Like, it's just a preference. I don't know how to explain that. Like some people like a super intense kind of love that takes everything out of them. They like the romance. They need the passion and the feelings. They cannot do the normal schedule, the white picket fence, the cheesy, like, how are you type of love. No, they need that deeper love. So again, it's just like a preference. It's like a weighted blanket. I don't like to feel weighed down when I sleep, but some people, when they sleep, they like to feel like the weight of the world is on them and they actually go to sleep better, like quicker and better. So I don't know. That's just the first thing I thought of to explain that. It's like a weighted blanket, this person, like it does feel like, you know, this person coming in with this devil energy, like they're very draining to you, very intense. You know, you feel tuckered out after dealing with them, but you still feel like you need more. So again, it's that codependent addiction energy. I feel like this person is just coming through with, of like a very intense desire for you. We also have get off your high horse and respect my space. So it could be hot and cold. Like on one end, they want you to completely open up to them and you like for people to want to open you up and get to know you. But on the other end, they give you that cold energy where they're flip-floppy, and then next thing you know, they're, talking, to their friends instead of you when you're in the same room. Like, it's like, listen, I can't explain it. I don't know why some people like that, but it is what it is. So you may, be attracted to a little hot and cold. We have a heart and reunion. So this is clearly someone else's energy coming in here. Spirit, what's going on with have a heart? Dang, cards went flying. We have positive thinking, love of a lifetime. This could be like a misconnection. This could be someone you really thought that you were going to be with. That wasn't ready before. We also have too many cooks in the kitchen. So maybe they were in a relationship when you knew each other before, or you've always been in a relationship, whatever, however it goes for you. But we have reunion and too many cooks in the kitchen. So I see you meeting up with someone who you haven't spoken to in a little while. Someone who is a romantic interest from your past, but maybe someone you haven't fully dated. For some of you, too many cooks in the kitchen is like maybe you literally worked together or at a restaurant, like there was always other people around when you guys were together, so you couldn't, pursue your connection to the fullest extent. That could be what it is. We have a heart, love of a lifetime, and positive thinking. So you guys, this person is coming in and they're communicating, about the past. Like, it feels like they're apologizing, to be honest. It feels like an apology, or they're down on their luck, or they're explaining how they made the wrong decision about something. It feels like they're essentially apologizing. But they're telling you a story and all the background information. So maybe, of course, if you weren't in an official relationship, maybe there's nothing to officially apologize for because both of you were single. But the way that they're talking to you, it feels apologetic. It feels like they're in an apologetic energy where they're explaining to you because they know you got hurt, whether it was their intention or whether it was, you're right to get hurt because, if you knew they were in a relationship, it's like, okay, what can you say? But they're still explaining this in a way where they're trying to give you like that background information and kind of console you a little bit. So let's see what else we got. We have a gift. The gift. And then we have just say no. So I'm going to have to get out the tarot and see like what's going on. Why? There's a gift coming in, which is this love of a lifetime connection. And then there's just say no. And this is honestly probably talking about, I don't know why I'm acting like why? Because they're coming in as Dark Lord, Devil Daddy that's going to distract you and leave you down and out. No, it's not that bad, but it does seem like, it's just the recipe for, your codependency past to rear its, head again. And to get you off track. Spirit. Wow, we have the Ace of Cups and the Nine of Cups. Very interesting. I feel like you guys are very full, and the 9 plus, the Ace would be the 10 of Cups, but it's interesting how it came out specifically like the 9 and the Ace instead of like the 10 of Cups to come out, because that's Spirit trying to tell you, like, listen, you got to put yourself as the number one priority. You have to take care of yourself. No one's going to choose the best option for you. You have to. And we have the 4 of Pentacles at the bottom of the deck, so it's like, you'll only have respect if you kind of have respect for yourself, or you'll only have the best version of people if that's how they have to show up to be in your presence. So Spirit is calling you to make the right decision. And in this situation, it doesn't feel like this is a test, but it does feel like there is like a clear right and wrong decision. Like from the standpoint of wanting to, I guess, have a long-term connection, something where someone isn't vamping off of you or dysregulating you by causing you to feel extreme emotions. It doesn't feel like this person is toxic. It honestly more feels like you would just be toxic together. Because this is someone that's really tempting you, meaning that they're in alignment with like your shadow desires. So it doesn't have to mean that they're a bad person or they're toxic. It could just mean that the harmony with you guys together, like it's like two people who have had like a hard past, you know, and struggling with their like mental health trying to get together. Like it's a recipe for triggering and disaster. Can it work out well? It can, but it is like something you wouldn't want to bank on. With the star in reverse, I feel like this connection with this, you know, devil energy, I feel like it's going to throw you off. We have the 7 of Pentacles and the Ace of Wands. So I feel like it would be another, you know, situation that would be a learning lesson that you would end up having to take something from in that way versus like them offering you like a solid, you know, relationship or something that would be fair to you. And with this Ace of Wands, it feels like you finally committed to manifesting in something new or to being in control of who comes into your life. You may have recently come into the understanding that a lot of people get into your life simply because you do not, you know, check them at the door and you know, make it clear, like, you're not just about to run up and through my life. This isn't that. I'm not a revolving door. So, you know, that could be a place where your energy is leaking. Spirit, for group 4, what is happening in love? We have the Queen of Wands in reverse and the King of Swords in reverse. This could be an air and fire sign combination. Someone who, King of Swords in reverse, struggles with communication and taking action. Maybe someone with a lot of dreams but like more lazy. Queen of Wands in reverse, someone who struggles with analysis paralysis, indecision, an overthinker. Someone who has a hard time manifesting things in, or there was something I was hearing before and I forgot what I was going to say about the Queen of Wands. Someone who makes the wrong decisions or always chooses like the fixer-upper. And we have the Justice card in reverse. So I feel like ultimately group 4, Spirit is trying to initiate you into more receiving. We got the King of Cups at the bottom of the deck. So it's like Spirit wants you to be connected with people who fill your cup, who add something into your life, not people who need so much like TLC, who need so much care and attention and take up so much of your energy. We have the Page of Wands in reverse and the Magician. So I feel like you guys are actually quite powerful at this time, but you may be manifesting Ace of Wands in reverse without intention. And that's what's really creating like an energetic imbalance or a disadvantage, because it's like you may be manifesting things in that you don't actually need or want, or manifesting in the wrong things. Spirit, what's coming for group 4? We have the palm tree that has just come out. So I feel like it's more mental than anything. You may actually be getting taken care of by one of these connections, if not both. With the palm tree, it's like emotionally, obviously there's a lot going on, but physically your outside world, your 3D world is doing good. So if you're struggling with money at this time, Spirit is letting you know, like, you know, your survival needs are being taken care of moving forward. So that'll be good. The palm tree says stability, security, permanence. Oh, I like that. Growth, endurance, and flexibility. So you do want to be flexible and you are going to have endurance, because I feel like this person, like, ooh, there's a lot of mental gymnastics going on here. But I do see you coming into some stability and security with time. Try to be mutable right now. We have the Hand of Cards. Try not to write anyone off. Try to be open to everything right now. And if someone does not match like your needs, then of course, you know, they get, you know, eventually, you know, kind of let off. But at least being open, like, you know, to the first date, or to, you know, see people without, you know, making judgments right away, but rotational dating for sure. Spirit is trying to get you to lean into being open to more than one option. The Hand of Cards says take a chance, a risk, be strategic, options, do not show your hand, and gambling. So Spirit is wanting you to You know, take the gamble, take the risk, but to be strategic, to be conscious, to be present. There's a lot of Wands energy where Spirit is, you know, letting you know. Queen of Wands in reverse, Page of Wands in reverse. You've kind of got a rigid mindset at this point. Or your mind already set on something specific with the Ace of Wands. But Seven of Pentacles, Star in reverse, you know, wherever your focus may be, may not be the best, you know, place for you to focus on at this time. Spirit for group 4. Nice. We got the abundance card that came up. So another card talking about money. Some sort of money or abundance is coming in for you. And that'll positively shift your dating life because you're going to be more relaxed versus from a, you know, place of, ooh, I have to figure out, you know, how I'm going to pay this bill or how I'm going to take care of myself. You're coming in much more relaxed. Abundance says keep a positive mindset, manifest exactly what you want, gratitude and bliss. So I do see you grateful. I think the cards are all falling, you know, in a positive way for you. But the more conscious you are, the more open you are, the more in the palm tree energy you are, where it's like you're locked in, you're landlocked, but, you know, from the top, it's like, okay, you know, there's a lot of swaying. But that's what makes you strong enough to weather the storms, you know. That's why Florida can, you know, go through a hurricane and their palm trees are still standing. Because you are flexible and you do bend. So I see that if you're open, that's going to, you know, set you up for best case scenario. And then we have the Sword and the Rose. It says clarity, truth, revelation, solidarity, force, honor, protection, and power. Standing in your power is very important at this time. This is a good time to do a ritual or some spell work on yourself. That spell work that you do on yourself always hits so potent for me. And that's always the thing that I tell people who work magic or are interested in manifesting, like manifest all the other things around it that you're not attached to. Work on everything else coming together and then you'll get your manifestation, and there's just enough detachment for it to, like, you know, really pop off for you. I did a bunch of goddess work for myself 2 summers ago where I was, what was that? What did I do? It was a bonding spell. I don't know why I'm like losing my mind right now and not remembering the exact word for the type of spell work that I did, but I did bond myself to the goddess within. And I did a bunch of, like, you know, self-care work, and oh my God, it freaking transformed me and made it so much easier for me to manifest things because I was doing it in the way that's best for me. So anyways, you know, tapping into your spiritual protection, tapping into your power, strengthening your solar plexus, keeping your third eye clear, staying tapped into your crown in the higher realms, and honoring truth. Revelation will come through. Do some work on yourself. I offer spell work on my Etsy shop, so I can do it for you too. But that would be really good for you as well. And yeah, that's what I got for you, group 4. My Etsy is in the description. If you want a private tarot reading, that is where you can find me. But that is what I got for you today, singles. I'll talk to you soon.